What is up, ladies and gentlemen? iPod One reviewer here with another episode of Between Gamers podcast. We have a full panel as usual. We are missing a couple folks, but that is okay. The show must go on, as they say. I do apologize. We are bringing you the podcast a day late. Things happen in the form of Halo. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and have everyone introduce themselves. And then we will start off with Will has a couple topics he would like to discuss, and then anyone else you have anything you want to discuss, chime right on in. So I think today we're going to start off with the birthday boy, Ray.
Yesterday was my birthday, not today.
I know yesterday was your birthday. We didn't do the podcast yesterday. We're doing it today.
All right, so.
Okay, well then. Hey everyone, it's Dre, aka UC91 here, and thank you everyone out there. Yes, I'm the birthday boy, even though yesterday it was my birthday. Hey, had a great birthday. Let's get this podcast started. Happy birthday.
And next we have Dirty. You know, you've been gone for a minute.
So now back with the jump ball.
Dirty with the blue hair. What is up?
Advertise yourself.
What's up, people? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dirty. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back. I was on the mothership connection, so let's get this done.
You know what I was hoping Dirty would say? I've been gone for a minute, now I'm back with the jump off. Just like what Dre said.
Leave Dre alone.
Lower.
Next we have the gaming diva herself. We all know she needs no introduction, but we gonna introduce her anyway. What is up, Kuuppon Strives, yo gaming diva?
Hey guys, Kuuppon Strides, your gaming diva. Let's just get this thing started. You know me. You know what's up. Let's go.
And next week, Meek, are you ready?
No.
Yeah. Meek, Meek.
Oh my God.
Is in the hells. What is up, Meek?
Advertise yourself.
What up, gamers? Y'all know who this is. It's Meek Gaming, and y'all know where to catch me. Let's get this going.
And last but not least, we have Mr. Announcer himself, the Will of Gaming, the man that loves to put up quality videos on his channel. Y'all be sure to check out this man's channel. Give him a like and a follow. Will, what is up?
Advertising myself.
Hello, Internet. This is Will from the Will of Gaming, and I'm happy to be a part of this podcast. Hopefully have some interesting topics to talk about today. Yay! And finally, Leon!
Advertise yourself.
This feels so weird, but hey guys, again, this is Lynn. Welcome to the podcast. I really do hope you enjoy yourself. If you have any comments, questions, leave them down below. Be sure to like, follow everyone here on the panel, share the videos, and subscribe. Will!
Yes, I have some topics to share with all of you. Hopefully you guys are interested. I guess we'll start with Nintendo because usually that's kind of our strong suit. But Nintendo last night had a press conference where they were kind of like showing off like what their plans are with mobile gaming and stuff. And we got some new stuff as well today. So we got some new stuff from Nintendo. So they announced a new game called Miitomo, which is like a cell phone game that's kind of like, how do I explain? It's kind of like Tomodachi Life on a cell phone. That's going to be free to play. It has been delayed.
I
to
like Tamagotchi Life.
like it's like been delayed to like March of next year or something like that. So unfortunately, yes. So it's going to be one of 5 games that Nintendo's
So wait, now
releasing.
even mobile games are getting delayed.
Yes. So
You know that's bad.
Nintendo's actually developing the games. DNA has no they're just literally just putting it on the app stores and stuff and publishing it and stuff. Nintendo's still making the game, so if you guys are worried about, some other company taking it, Nintendo's not a part of it. Yeah. They also announced yesterday that there's going to be this new program that's going to be replacing Club Nintendo called My
My
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
So
Woo!
basically, what My Nintendo is it's basically like a cloud-based thing where it mixes everything into one account. So
Yes,
if you go to
finally.
like so yeah, so
Oh, days
everything
old
goes
now.
into one account. So you can use your Nintendo ID, your Facebook, email, anything like that to sign in. So you don't even need to own a Nintendo console to get a My Nintendo account. So basically, what My Nintendo account is that you are going to get points or rewards, kind of like you did with Club Nintendo, but you get it by playing games, by buying games, and things like that. So people are speculating that this is kind of like how Nintendo's achievement system will be. That whenever you unlock an achievement in a game, you get points. That's not set in stone yet, but that's what I'm hoping it would be. But I honestly think that they're just going to give you random points throughout the game or something like that at certain points, and you get points for reaching a certain point in the game and things like that. And then you can use those points on anything. You can use it on DLC for the games. You can use it on the Nintendo Store. You can use it. You could use it on Nintendo theme park stuff and things like that. They also mentioned movie theaters, which I have no idea what that's representing. So people are speculating that those could be towards Nintendo movies that Nintendo probably has up their sleeve. We all know that Nintendo has a theme park coming out, um, and just a few other things. So there's like a bunch of like Nintendo news. But because of that, their stock market thing dropped because of it.
Yup.
So I don't know, but what do you guys think of this My Nintendo thing?
I'll wait and see what happens because with
Yeah.
Nintendo, anything could happen, and speculating at this point, I'm kind of over it with Nintendo. I just wait. I honestly can't do it.
So
Hopefully, it's a good. I like the
I
fact
mean,
that
it'll
it's
be
classic.
nice if you. I mean, it will be nice if when you get an achievement, you actually get some form of reward with it. I mean,
that would be
that's why I
great.
don't play. That's why I don't play them games and stuff like that. And it's just like bragging rights. That's it. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Mm.
I'm like Coupon. I'm gonna wait and see first.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
more like a
I'm gonna,
commodity, but I mean,
yeah,
like
I
this
wanna
Nintendo.
see what it's gonna offer.
Okay. Leanne,
Will.
what are your thoughts on this My Nintendo?
I have to see it.
Yeah,
It's hard to make assumptions or whatnot without actually seeing, what it's gonna be like. So
Okay. Dre, what did you think about it?
Like I said, I mean, it would be nice, but we shall see.
Okay. Well, me personally, I agree to not speculate on it too much because then you don't want to get yourself hyped up for nothing. I personally want it to be achievements, like because apparently during the blueprint we found out that the Nintendo NX is going to have some sort of achievement system. We're not entirely
that's
sure though.
good.
So if this is a way to kind of incorporate that, that would actually be great because me being a trophy person, I would be probably on Nintendo all day if they did this. But
Mm,
I don't know. Nintendo seems to be making a lot of right decisions, at least on paper. Everything sounds amazing. Now, if that plan could actually be executed, everything that they've claimed to come out would be awesome, and I would recommend that. I hope that they do it. Does anybody have any topics, or do you want me to go with my next topic?
Nintendo is going to be more aggressive with advertising for the NX. They're trying to reach more children.
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 Oh, come on, Nintendo. What the
Yeah,
hell?
that's the
So
key word.
why
And
does
I'm like, what?
Nintendo Why does Nintendo always want to reach out to kids when there's also grown?
They don't understand that their console is geared it's geared toward children, but more adults play on it. The children are on the PlayStation and Xbox, and they just refuse to see this. I don't understand. I just don't get it. But fuck them if they fuck them if you love them. But I'm sorry, I'm just over it. Like, come on, Nintendo, open your eyes and pay the frick attention. Look at where your demographic is and cater to them.
But see,
I don't understand.
Coupon, you just said the magic words that the kids are on Xbox and PlayStation, but over in Japan, they're not.
Oh.
And
So
that's the problem. That's the problem. There needs to be a segregation between North America and Japan because they're so focused. I understand that they are, they're stationed out in Japan. I understand that, and I get that they're gonna market toward, the Japanese kids. But in North America, you're failing miserably because you're trying to get children who don't give two shits about your console. They want the cool consoles. They want what's cool, and what is cool is Xbox and PlayStation right now, not Nintendo. Nobody knows what that is as far as the children are concerned. They could give two shits about it. They know Mario, they know Zelda, but Nintendo, not so much. So they need to literally let go of the North American market and let Nintendo of America do their advertising and trying to cater to the crowd, the demographic that they have over here, which is essentially teens and adults for the most part, and leave that shit alone as far as like with over there in fucking Japan and stuff. Like, do what you do in Japan, but don't try to market that same way that you do in Japan here because your kids do not like Nintendo like that. It just is what it is. But I don't know. Whatever. It's just sad. So sad. Angry Birds. Minecraft.
See, it's just the thing is that if you get the kids, it spreads because kids are gonna be like, Mom, can I get the Nintendo? Can I get the Nintendo? Things like that. So that's and because they have such catchy characters that can grab everything, I feel like what they're trying to do is that with the success of the amiibos that came out and things like that, and people are just like, waiting in line for all these characters, they didn't really realize how many people really knew about these mascots and that people didn't care about them and stuff. Real reason is that they didn't have enough in stock, and scalpers were just the ones really getting all of them for the fans who really wanted to pay outrageous prices for them. But that's besides the point. Now that Nintendo's kind of fixing on that and things like that, I feel like Nintendo is going to, they're really going to advertise the hell out of their characters. And I think a way to do that is to make it more appealing for children. Like, oh, look, this is Mario. Like, I bet you we may even see Mario cartoons on the horizon, maybe DreamWorks or Disney.
They should have been doing that, though, because
they should have been.
We used to have that back in the day. We had Mario, cartoons and Zelda, even though they weren't the greatest, I'll admit, but they were there, and they were, it was a thing. It was a Saturday morning thing. You wake up and you go watch the freaking Nintendo show, and you go watch all those Captain N or some shit it was called, I forget, whatever. You go watch that shit. Where's fucking, Link and Zelda and freaking Mario and Luigi and all of them? They're not on TV anymore, so they need to come back. So yeah, that would be great if we could see them on TV. Hell, can we get that Smash Brothers anime real quick though?
That would be fantastic. Nice. Like that whole Palutena reveal trailer. Yeah, oh my god. That would be insane if they had like an anime where it was Super Smash Brothers. It would totally work. But I think what happens is that TV is no longer the central focus. It's literally the computer, the internet. So they have to find a way to advertise that, and usually movies is the best way, but even movies are failing too. So really it's like YouTube is the way to go, or things like that, or they can create a YouTube channel and kind of like advertise the characters that way, kind of make like funny little skits or something like that. I don't know. It's just something that they can do. Kind of like how they do Nintendo Directs, they can do little shorts or something like that, but then people will be like, I'm not here for this, and it's going to attract little kids. So it's going to be like, either way, it's a problem, so they have to do it in a smart way. If they do a TV show or a movie, I think that they should just pair up with like Disney or something like that, and then they should just like make like a collaboration with one of the big time name movie companies, because they did do the shows and stuff, but they got screwed over, which is why Nintendo didn't do those deals anymore after the TV shows got canceled. That I heard that they just got screwed over somehow. I just don't remember how, but they got screwed over in terms of money or making making the show look bad and or making the franchise look bad. So they didn't. So they just have trust issues, and that's a problem. Like if they did like a Zelda movie, like a Zelda live action movie, or hell, a F-Zero movie or a Metroid movie, they could do so much with it, you know. But I feel like they're gonna advertise the hell out of these characters that they need to.
Yeah.
By the way, the Wii U has finally outpaced the Dreamcast. Isn't that something?
Oh yeah, I read that.
Wow, that is such a goal.
That is a big goal.
That is a goal. Like what was the last mark before that, or the Virtual Boy?
So, what is the Wii U count at now?
Wait, hold on. Let's
Isn't it
take
like
away.
10
And
million.
Nintendo announced the second quarter. Biggest takeaway is 10.73 million Wii U units have been sold, meaning it's finally moved past the Dreamcast. Is 10.6 million total. Hooray!
Yay!
That's what they say on the article. It's so funny. It's yeah.
It's crazy.
It's sad, but I think the reason what really sold it is Mario Maker really sold it, and whatchamacallit. Yeah, Mario Maker really sold it, I would have to say. Mario Maker and Splatoon were the biggest things. Speaking of Mario Maker, there's a new update that's adding checkpoints to Mario Maker.
Finally!
Finally, right?
That's kind of why I kind of went cold turkey on Mario Maker, because I was raging out with not being able to checkpoint some of these levels because they get so long, and it's like, no, screw this, I'm not doing this all over again. You got me bent.
I know, right?
Got me twisted and bent and all kinds of sideways. I'll come back to that when you put a checkpoint in there, homie. You better hope they make one. I had wondered about that too. I was like, why do they have a checkpoint?
Woman, but do you have so does every level come with a checkpoint, or do you have to put the checkpoint
No,
in
they
the
gotta put
No,
it
you
in
have to put the checkpoint in.
They'll probably have to
So
update
we have to
it
hope
and
that they
then
put the checkpoint in the level.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much.
Yay.
I mean, most people, they're pretty good with their, most people who've been doing, makers is what they call them. Most of the makers, they're pretty good at going through and going back to their levels and updating it periodically. So with that update, I'm pretty sure a good portion of them who are making long levels and who have long levels will go back and revisit them and put those checkpoints in just, to help folks out. Now, if they want to be evil and trollish, they probably won't give two shits and just go forward putting checkpoints from here on out. But their old levels, they'll probably be like, ha, fuck it, you're gonna have to just get through this.
But don't they lose like all the stars and stuff like that from that level though?
From
Yes, they do. You have to delete the level.
Yeah, so you may not do that.
So the levels that have no checkpoints now are.
Oh wait, why do they have that? You have to
What?
delete the level and restart over? They don't let you edit the level?
The way that it works is that you have to be able to beat the level in order to upload it, and then you have to delete the level if you want to make any add something. Like if you found out that there was something wrong with your level where people were able to beat it really really quickly or something like that. Like they found a skip, like you forgot to put a wall somewhere and they found the skip.
Okay, I don't understand Nintendo. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they let them just go in, do a quick, if they go in and they're editing their level, no one can actually play it. The level will be offline or some crap. Let them go in, fix it, update it, do whatever, and then re-upload. Because after they actually go through the level again, they would have to go through the level again. That would be their way of making sure it's not trollish, that whatever changes they make, that they can still pass the level themselves, and once they do, then they can still upload it. I don't understand why they would make them delete the whole level. That is just retarded. And I don't blame people for not wanting to go back and update a level.
Yeah.
They're just going to lose the whole thing.
That makes perfect sense. Well, it doesn't make sense with the whole thing. I don't like that either, because I remember that I was making a level and I forgot to put a wall somewhere. Like I completely forgot because I
Yeah.
was putting warp points throughout the level, and then
Yeah.
so I completely forgot. So somebody could literally skip the whole entire second section of my level that I worked really hard on.
Mhm.
I had to delete the whole thing again, and then put the wall there, and then beat the level. And then so it was just like,
Yeah, that's too many steps to go
yeah.
back through. Like, if you have, like, I don't understand. I'm hoping maybe down the line they're going to update that, but they should have it where you should go, be able, once you go into the, edit your level is offline. Nobody can get in there or at all. It's just not there. They can't find it. While you're updating, you update it, you do what you got to do, and you have to pass the level again, and then it just re-uploads instead of you deleting the full level and having to redo the level, because some people can't remember what the hell they did. Some folks
Mhm.
are just like, ah, fuck this, I'm not doing this again because I don't remember what I freaking did. It might have been a fluke, the level they made. Like, I mean, there's some
Mm-hmm.
really talented people out there who know what they're doing, and then there's some folks who just kind of were just like slapping stuff together. It happened to make a tedious level just because, and now they got checkpoints and they can't go back through to put a checkpoint. So it's like, no.
Yeah, but at least we know from this day forth, checkpoints may be put in a lot of levels. Like
Oh
for me, I'm gonna
yeah,
put checkpoints in levels because I make
yeah.
my levels
If
pretty
you're like, if
difficult.
your level's
Well,
gonna be
let's just
really
hope.
long, I think a checkpoint will work. If you're gonna have a short level, checkpoints are kind of pointless. Like if this is a
Yeah.
short level, I wouldn't put one in there. But definitely, if you're gonna have quite some traversing to do,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want a checkpoint because I'm pretty sure there's some folks that be raging out when they're like, I almost had it, now I gotta start all the way from the beginning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's also some benefits to this checkpoint as well. So the thing is that with the checkpoint added, you cannot put that checkpoint, let's say, over a thing of spikes. It won't
Yeah,
let you do that. So you have
that's
to be
good.
able to
It
complete.
has
So
to
you
be
have,
in a safe location, right? Like a
yeah, it
safe
has to be in a
safe
safe.
zone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's good. I was hoping they would have that because I was like, that would be so mean if they just
Well,
somebody put a checkpoint like in spikes or some crap or whatever. Now,
yeah,
it's
pretty
not to say
much.
that they wouldn't have some crap coming from the sky after you hit the checkpoint, but
Mm-hmm.
good luck with that. But
Mhm.
So,
there's gonna be a troll out there who does that. They go have the little Lakitu in his
mm,
cloud throwing some spiked
Mm-hmm.
freaking shits at you, or bombs or
alright.
something. So
But there's only so much that they can do at the end of the day.
yeah, that's true.
I
Yeah.
mean, hell, at least they at least cracked on it as best they can, because they could just
Yeah.
be like, "Well, fuck you." Nope.
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 Oh, so interestingly enough, some quick Sony news. Sony says that there is still first-party Vita content being worked
I
upon,
just now tweeted that.
except for they said not too long ago, like probably a couple of days ago, they just said that they're not working on any first-party content, or at least AAA first-party content. So you're still gonna get your first-party stuff. You're just not getting AAA. So why did you make this announcement? Nobody cares. Like it's kind of
Didn't the
pointless.
Vita flop?
The
The
Vita
Vita flopped
flopped
so bad, it
so
was
hard.
ridiculous.
It's so sad because I've always this was what my wish. I wish Nintendo could have had the Vita. I really wish
Oh, it would have done
Nintendo could have
so
had the
much
Vita.
better.
That would have been a
Yeah.
better setup. That would have been a nice time for Sony and Nintendo to kind of come together in the handheld department. Be like, hey, you make the hardware, we'll sell the software. Done. That would have been cool. And then like kind of maybe have the not the 3D stuff. I'm sorry, the 3DS. In a sense, I mean it's a cool handheld, but the 3D nobody really uses that. It's kind of pointless. It's
No, they
stupid.
don't.
Like that was like a phase, and people
That
kind of
would be
glommed onto
stupid.
that for a moment, and then 9 times out of 10, people that I know that have a 3DS, they don't even have the freaking 3D on. They're like, who cares?
I resent that because I play with it all the time when I cut it
You're
off.
one person out of how many motherfuckers that don't have it on. I don't care. I'm sorry, you're a minute person. Yeah, like there's a whole bunch of people that do not use the 3D. So it's kind of pointless. I'm glad that they have the option that we can turn it off. I'm so happy for that because with Nintendo and their allergic reaction to options, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've got a little bit of Pokemon news.
oh geez.
Yay!
Are they
Yay.
suing somebody again?
No, this
Okay.
says Pokemon Hoopa. I don't know who that is.
Oh yay!
Hoopa Distribution is confirmed for McDonald's. I call it McDonald's. Y'all call it what you want. In the US. And so on in between November the 27th and December the 23rd, you can actually grab your 3DS, head out to McDonald's and get you a Hoopa.
I don't know
Well,
why they did that.
Why not?
in a way, it's a little easier too. Now that I think about it, because you have to go to GameStop and then you have to get a code and be like, "Can I get a code for
Yep.
Tianci?" And then
Mhm.
after they're gonna be like, "What?" Or they're gonna
I'm
be
like,
like,
they just do it online. Be done with it.
I wish that they would just distribute it online, but the thing is
Hmm.
that since Pokemon is such a huge franchise, it brings people to the store to possibly get a
Do you know
burger
when was the last time I went to a McDonald's?
like 3 years ago.
Well, then you have a reason to go.
No,
Get you
longer than
an
that.
apple pie or something.
I do not eat McDonald's food.
You don't even
What's
need to
wrong with
buy
McDonald's?
McDonald's
What's
food.
wrong with McDonald's?
Mm, I don't like it.
Plants vs Zombies is $20 with Xbox with gold or whatever. So
I already paid $20 for it.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Hmm.
Okay,
And then
so
you
well,
traded it in. You traded it in to
No,
get it for
no.
free.
I actually paid $20 for it on the Xbox a while ago.
Oh,
mm,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
yeah. So Costume Quest 2, 67% off. Outlast
Mhm.
Bundle of Terror, 50% off. This is Xbox with Gold, Xbox Gold, whatever you want to call it. Uh, Resident Evil is 25% off. Slender the Arrival, 50. State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition, 40% off. The Evil Within Digital Bundle is 67. Um, Titan Deluxe Edition, 75% off. White Knight, 67% off. Damn it, should have waited. Zombie, 33% off. Zombie Driver Ultimate. Wait, how much is it then? White Knight is. Oh, I paid less than that. Never mind. So that's for Xbox One titles, and then Xbox 360. You have Alice Madness Returns, 75% off, which is what exactly? So it is 19.99. Oh, gold exclusive price is 4.99. What? Okay, so yeah, $5, y'all. Um, Blood of the Werewolf is at 70% off. Blood Rain Betrayal is at 70% off. Costume Quest 2 67% off. Dead Island 80. Dead Island Riptide 80. Dead Space 75. Dead Space 3 Awakened 50. Plants vs Zombies 67. Resident Evil 25. Slender 50. State of Decay 50. Tales from Space. Mutant Blobs Attack 60. Evil Within 67, Titanfall Deluxe Edition 75, and Zombie Driver HD 67%. So
Mm-mm-mm.
those are the games with Go stuffs.
Two of the November PlayStation Plus games have been leaked, and they are going to be The Walking Dead Season 2 and Magica 2.
Oh,
Magic.
Magic.
Magica 2, I think it's like
That's
that
a
game
PC
that's
game.
kind of like whatchamacallit, Gauntlet sort of.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how it works. I think that's what it is. It's like Gauntlet. That's what it's like. But you play as like magicians or something and you have like different powers.
And it looks like there's an Xbox One update coming November 12th. Through yeah. This Xbox One UI overhaul will be hitting the public. The beta rolled out to preview members over the process of a couple of months. If you received the beta update, you would know it broke a few apps and games. Since the latest patch, it seems to be running smoothly, and Microsoft is rolling it out for everyone on November 12th. The update isn't just the UI overhaul, but comes with Cortana, Microsoft version of the digital assistant, and backwards compatibility for your Xbox 360 games. 100 games to
Yes.
start with, and the promise of more in the future. Just yesterday, Citrion Games tweeted Burnout Paradise is well on its way to the list to join games like the Gears of War series and Viva Pinata. So there you go. So here comes the backwards compatibility in Cortana. So, yay.
I
That's
have a bit
cool.
of Halo 5 news.
Go ahead.
Ah, this is by Techno Buffalo. But anyway, basically it was stating that the game will not have any single player campaign DLC. So what's there is all you get. You have to wait till the next game come out before
Uh,
you continue through the story.
no.
So yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
Yes,
that's
because they wanna keep up with just the multiplayer.
I
Every,
Uh,
don't even
I
like the
got I
multiplayer.
got something that might
I
be a
don't like
little.
the
And
multiplayer.
then
They need to implement third person view because this first person view shit, I don't like it. I can't stand it. No.
that, and if you play Sonic the Hedgehog, they're pulling Sonic the Hedgehog from the Wii Virtual Console.
yeah, from the Japanese store, I think it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, so today's the last day to get it, but it's only on the Wii side of the store, so just the Wii shop.
All
Oh,
right. So everyone's favorite video game industry analysis, Michael Patcher, has given his 2 cents about what to expect for the industry this holiday season. He believes
Oh
that the
God.
PlayStation 4 price cut won't really make much difference at all, and if Microsoft wants to beat Sony, then they will need a price cut for the Xbox One. His analysis of Nintendo's chances this Christmas appear to be pretty bleak. Nintendo has no chance to be successful in consoles this holiday, he says.
He's just
Just so
stating the obvious at
I
this
know.
point.
I had to do it because it's like obviously, dude, you're not saying anything nobody didn't know, dumbass.
mm.
You get paid to say this dumb shit. Like, can I do it?
I mean, like we could do it. Like, look at it. We're doing it right now.
Right.
Mhm.
Like, oh, Konami's new Bomberman is for smartphones. Fuck you, Konami.
I don't play Bomberman. Do any of y'all like that game?
I
Bomberman
liked it
is
back in
back in the
'64.
I
day
didn't
when
even
it
know it
was
existed.
Oh
like when
God,
it was
there's
a
several
good game.
Bomberman games you can get on Steam. Yeah, on Steam.
No, those are whack. The original Bomberman games, those were the shit, especially when you play with a whole bunch of friends. But
Yes.
Bomberman has lost its value. It is not Bomberman anymore, so it can go to smartphones, and I don't give two shits about Konami anyway. So there's that.
Why
I
did
don't think
Konami have to
I
mess
don't
up?
think I ever played Bomberman. So,
But
but
Bomberman is good.
I like the commercial. It was such a great thing. The N64 one where it goes Bomberman, Bomberman, cause destruction across the land. Pick a
No, wow.
pick a bomb any size, and it's yours to compromise. Oh yeah, your very own Bomberman. Cross this path, you'll explode on this new adventure mode. Many levels to explore on Nintendo 64. Oh yeah, your very own Bomberman. I
Oh
love it.
wow,
It was
Will
the
is
greatest
just
thing
so full of
ever.
I've
information.
got some Ubisoft news.
What's this Ubisoft?
Ubi shit. So a while back, Ubisoft had the game Might and Magic, and like had like it was a special edition, and they had advertised that it had the game disc inside. But when people were getting their special edition, it didn't have the disc inside, and they were calling. Ubisoft telling them, hey, you don't have my disc and all this other bullshit. And they were telling them, we're not refunding you. You already purchased it. Blah, blah, blah this, blah, blah, blah that. And on the website, they switched out because they had like an unboxing on YouTube or something. And the guy unboxed it and had the physical copy of the disc. But then all of a sudden on the website, it shows digital download instead of actually having the DVD inside. So now Ubisoft is refunding everybody their Might and Magic Heroes 7 shits because people are like, fuck, you didn't put the disc in there. You just given us a freaking digital download when I purchased it for the actual disc. So I guess they're refunding folks back. So if you bought the game, you might want to go pick that up.
It's crazy. Now, has anybody heard with Sony talking about upgrading the PlayStation 4?
Man,
Oh
it's
my
still a
God.
rumor at this point, and I think most of that has to do with the NX because they want. I guess they essentially, I don't know. I mean, if the NX is showing some kind is making Sony worried, then in a sense I'm kind of intrigued because that means that the NX is actually going to be pretty beastly as far as power is concerned. But I mean, power isn't the only thing that matters. But right now it's just mostly rumors that I've been hearing about it, that they're gonna update stuff and upgrade and all this other crap. And if they do that, then the NX is probably gonna be it's probably gonna launch pretty poorly out the gate if PlayStation could do that. But do they even have the money to update anything right now? Like,
They do have the money to do it, but they're just gonna make people mad who bought the
they're gonna
first
piss off
one.
their like
Yeah,
first
I'm like-
adopter fan base.
I mean, Sony is making money that I know of. They're making money off their PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
That's
So-
what they make money off of.
Yeah,
I
so
don't-
updating is not a good thing.
But
No, it's never a good thing to do
Because-
it. I mean, it's bad.
Well,
Unless if I could
because
trade my own
they-
PS4 towards it and get it for
Yeah.
free.
Because what they want to do is they want to update and try to make it compatible with 4K and 1080p and 1080 whatever and some other
all
crap I
things that
heard.
should have been done at the initial.
Yeah, they should have done that.
Thank you.
But the problem with that, the problem with that though is if they do that, how are they going to be having to make two versions of these games to work? Because I mean, these are essentially minor PCs, so they would make the game, they would upscale the game, for 2K or for 4K, and then it would just like render for like people who have the current PlayStation if they buy the same disc or whatever. But I don't know. It's alienating your fan base, your consumer base, who were like day one adapters and all that stuff. People who have been who purchased their PlayStation 4 currently, and now you want to come out with an update, and you're gonna piss a lot of people off. But from experience and from watching, people are probably gonna rage, and then they'll forget about it the next day and go out and buy that new console and make Sony rich off of it because
Well, to
they
be
don't have
honest,
any.
I don't think so. I mean, I think for the new purchasers, there's gonna be people that be like, "Ooh, now I'm glad I waited. Now I'm
Yeah,
getting."
because I waited, so I
So
would
you
do it.
waited, and then so you'll hugely benefit off of this because you get all those exclusives that come out. You get this new console, things like that. The only thing at this point, I don't think it's gonna there are gonna be people that are gonna forget about it, like you said, and are just gonna upgrade. But the majority of people are gonna be like, I'm not gonna spend another $400 on what I just bought for $400.
Mm-hmm.
Like this sounds like my PS4 sounds like a jet engine when I'm
And
playing
if
a
they
digital
do that,
game.
they should offer a trade-in value.
Exactly.
They should
No.
totally offer a trade-in. Like you trade in your PlayStation, your current PlayStation 4,
They will.
you can
They
purchase
will.
the other one for they're gonna have to take a loss, a hit on that 200 or something like that. You can purchase it for 200.
I don't want to spend another $200 just to upgrade something that I
And
have.
all this is and this is still a rumor, right?
I mean, it's still a rumor, so like.
It's a rumor, so at this point, I wouldn't really get too outrageous with it.
Mhm.
And quite frankly, I honestly don't think they're gonna do a damn thing. They're just saying stuff to get people to see what people are thinking, and probably it's some kind of PR, BS or whatever. In my opinion, it's some PR. They're just whispering words out there, kind of trying to see what's going on, trying to get information or whatever. It is what it is. Honestly, I don't think they are. And if they do upgrade, then my waiting helped, and I can just get the upgrade. But whatever.
Yeah, you benefit, and we all have to suffer and be like, well, Kuuppon is just a big show off now.
Well, not my problem, as Reggie said.
But honestly, I
waited.
think more people would probably just buy an NX at this point if Sony does that. I think that would be a devastating move because Sony is too ahead of the game that they should literally just don't even think about it. Like, don't. If you're gonna make a slim version, make a slim version.
There's no point. I think Sony should just not worry about upgrading and all this. Upgrade the current system if you can, to give it better, functionality or something.
Yeah.
But for the most part, do not make a new console that people would literally have to trade in their old one or purchase a new one just to get. That is just not cool. And don't worry about what what Nintendo is doing. Plenty of times they've already stated that Nintendo isn't essentially isn't much competition for them. They like them in the market, they like them in the industry because competitive and all that. But I mean, you're so far ahead. What do you care what Nintendo's doing? Whether they bring out a powerful console or not, that's just where it stops. You got a powerful console now, Nintendo. Now what? What are you gonna do with it? Because that doesn't mean anything. As you can
And
see,
stop.
Sony has a powerful
Well, see that
console, and they don't have games. So, I mean, but it's selling like hotcakes because it's the hot new toy on the street. So it's
there's
whatever. It's about
there's
popularity.
three things with the PlayStation. One is if Nintendo if this NX is what it says, a powerhouse, then how powerful is the PlayStation 4 as we speak? Because just what you see on paper doesn't mean anything, I guess, to these
Right.
developers. Okay, now second, if Nintendo does do this NX like we're hearing with these rumors, that would have to make Sony look at them. Now, if Sony wants to bring out an updated version of the PlayStation 4, it has to be the PlayStation 5 because literally the NX is the ninth generation. So that means you're giving Nintendo so many years in ninth generation, you know what I'm saying, console. So Microsoft and Sony will have to be like, you know what, we're going to have to cut these new consoles short in order to stay with Nintendo in the ninth generation. Because
Mm.
if the NX is powerful, like they are saying, and Sony, a person from Sony is coming out saying that they are thinking about upgrading the PlayStation 4, then it's something that they know about Nintendo. And I
Yeah.
think they're ready
And
to
that's what I was
shorten
wondering.
they
Yeah.
ready to shorten this generation because they
Mm.
can't let Nintendo just sit there for 3 years straight in ninth generation. And if the NX is a hit, then what about the PlayStation 5 and Xbox 2 or whatever it's going to be called? Their ninth generation.
Mhm.
Will it
Xbox.
sell?
But here's the problem with that. The thing is that with the NX, because remember what Sega Dreamcast tried to do during the PS2, era, or like the PlayStation era going into the PS2 era, they released their console and it was really, really powerful for the time, and it was more powerful than the PlayStation 1 and the N64, and it came out. And it came out like it was a mid-console cycle thing, and it could have been considered the following generation at the time, but it failed miserably. Even though it's so powerful, we have to pay that price of how powerful it is. The thing is with Nintendo is that they're using a new cartridge-based system which can hold really big games. So if they're using this new cartridge-based system, to the point, and if they have this whole NX thing where a handheld and you can play the games on handheld, they have something to sell, and it's something huge. But the thing is that a lot of people bought the Xbox and the PlayStation. A lot of these kids cannot pay for these consoles. Their parents got to. So a lot of people are going to be like, I just spent $400 on a PlayStation for you. Do you think I'm going to get you an NX? No. So the thing is like they lost the majority of that fan base, or the fact that they're still trying to sell the Wii U, and now they got this new console that just came out. People are not going to automatically run and buy an NX. It's just not going to happen. The only people that are going to get it are just the hardcore Nintendo fans. So Nintendo has to do something really, really smart to market this thing, because I know that there are people out there in the world that still don't know what a Wii U is, or they're just discovering what it is now. And the thing is that if they're going to release a brand new console, the people who are just like, oh wow, look, this Wii U. Then Nintendo has an NX out, and then they're going to be like, I just bought this Wii U. You
But
know,
see,
Mhm.
if Nintendo is smart with this whole thing, this is what they could do in the advantage to to really take a stronghold if they want to have people be like, you know what, I'd rather trade my PlayStation 4 or my Xbox One and to get this NX. Now, one is developers have to be there doing the whole life cycle
yes.
of the NX. Two,
Hmm.
you have to get these developers to make certain games. It's going to be exclusive to the NX. Not we're going to port it over to the PlayStation 4. No, it's certain games. You got to go to each company. You got to go to Konami, even if you have to fund it yourself. But get Konami to make a classic Resident Evil 8 game for the NX. You got to with Konami. Get Konami to make a Mega Man game. Even if Nintendo have to take and say, "Hey, we're funded. We're going to give it to Retro. Retro do a Mega Man game. But also, Nintendo needs to bring out more IPs. They have to. Whatever um,
Miss
they
K said
second
she
party is
agrees.
working on, they have to let us know that there are going to be new IPs. They have to, and they have to have third party, and third party have to be willing to look at this system and be like, you know what, we can do some creative things with this system, not just graphic wise, but whatever controller or this handheld that Nintendo has with it is going to make people look, and it's also going to make Sony and Microsoft look too. Because if we can get these games, you know what I'm saying, like Resident Evil 8, because this Resident Evil that they coming out now, this online look like crap. Now, if the NX could get a classic Resident Evil from Resident Evil 0 through 4, that's good because now it's exclusive and it looks hella good on the NX. They have to get these games. Even if it's the next Tekken or Dead or Alive, exclusive to the NX.
And
Nintendo
and
has to
also
do it.
Also, what's really cool about this whole thing is that since they're doing this as cartridge based, maybe they don't even you don't even need to install the game onto the hard drive, which is another huge
Oh, thank
plus.
God.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like what we have to do with the with the Xbox and the PlayStation. If this new cartridge based technology, which they're doing, you could literally just play off of the cartridge itself, and you don't need to install anything at all. And the fact that if let's say like Nintendo needs to buy Capcom is what they need to do. So that way that they have access to the Mega Man IP and that they can bring that back out. And honestly, while they're at it, buy Namco because they already are working with Namco. So then they have Pac-Man. So then and while they're at it, why don't you just get Sega too? So that way you have Sonic. Now you have all the memorable mascots in the franchise. The only thing you're missing is like Banjo. I mean, not yeah, you're missing Banjo Kazooie. You're missing Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. But hey, oh well, you take what you get and you whatever, and then just like literally, you need new IPs to really catch these people. Unfortunately, Nintendo may have to do some sort of realistic type shooter type game. Unfortunately, to get most of the crowd. As much as it pains me for them to even consider to do something like that, but if they say it's colorful, they're gonna. If they make it too colorful, then they're gonna be like, oh, this is for kids. But if they make it like black and white, it's okay. I don't get it, but whatever. People
Black
have
and brown.
like you have to have it to be like, oh, you have to make the game look like Fallout. I mean, that's the reason why I like Fallout is that color wise, it has a very limited color palette. And with Nintendo, it has a very expansive color palette, and that's what I like. But then, like I played Yoshi's Woolly World, the most colorful game. People could look at it and say it's a little kid's game, a preschool kid game, and it's easy for some people, and some people it's like it's a perfect balance. I love the hell out of Yoshi's Woolly World. I don't care what nobody says, but it's just I like it. But anyways, that's besides the point. I don't even know what I was going with this.
Mm.
I lost my train of thought, but it's great.
You are so famous for doing that.
I am so famous for doing that. I lose myself in the middle of a sentence. Oh, Gran Turismo is finally coming to the PS4. It's called
Didn't
Gran.
Miss
It's called
K
Gran
want
Turismo.
that?
No, wait, what?
Didn't Miss K wasn't Miss K talking about that? That she wanted to see a Gran Turismo.
Yeah, she wanted a new Gran Turismo. She said that she would just stick with Forza until Gran Turismo comes out. This Gran Turismo is called
What's up,
Gran
Miss
Turismo
K?
Sport. It's all
Uh, is
Gran,
no.
Gran Turismo Sport. Gran Turismo Sport is the name of the game, and it's going to begin early. Beta testing is going to begin early next year for everyone in the game community. Everyone in the game community. So, beta testing is going to be there. You're going to see a Bugatti in the trailer. There's also going to be virtual reality. I think honestly that's what the new PlayStation is going to be. They're going to bundle it with a virtual reality headset. I have a
That'll
feeling
be interesting.
they're going to put Morpheus into it somehow. And they're going to sell it
See,
because all
I
these
don't.
games are getting virtual reality. Everything is getting virtual reality now. Like Tekken 7 got virtual reality support in it.
I really don't see the Oculus and all taking off because you know
How do you market it?
But you know what? I look it. I mean, you can market it well. I still don't see it taking off because that's something you have to put over your head. You got to put that over your eyes. Now you have people that complain about the gamepad. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to look down. You got people that complain about I hate going to see movies in 3D, putting glasses on my
That is true.
face. But
I
you got
do.
a big ass thing in your
I got
head.
glasses on already.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then you have people that say, I can't play the 3DS in 3D because it hurts my eyes. Now you have this big ass
That
thing
is
on your
true.
face that's really going to hurt your eyes.
He's not lying.
Silly.
And what about people who wear glasses? Can they even see what's going on in the VR headset?
I don't think so,
So
honestly.
I'm pretty sure that some people it's gonna be a blurry mess to them. So you just literally well, maybe it's gonna be like so in your face that you're gonna be able to see it. But like, what if you're farsighted, or is it nearsighted or farsighted? I don't know. What if you're like, I don't know. This is so
Well,
confusing.
nearsighted, you see things that are near. You farsighted, you see things far.
No, I
No,
thought it would.
it's
No, it's the
opposite.
No,
opposite.
it's the
No,
No,
opposite.
it's the opposite.
I have
It's the
astigmatism,
opposite.
so
Okay.
I have nearsightedness. I cannot see things far.
Okay, so that's the problem.
Okay.
So maybe they will have like a mode in there. Because honestly, I would like to try the Project Morpheus, but then you have all those people's eyes who you don't know who have pink eye and all that stuff like that. You don't know.
Hell
It's the
yeah.
truth.
It's
You
true
don't
though. It's
know.
true.
And then everybody's like, you're demoing this stuff, and you're like literally spreading the pink eye. So like, how are you gonna market this?
He
Like
said the pink eye.
the pink eye. We're
Hmm.
gonna have a pink eye epidemic in our midst soon. So like, how are you gonna market it? So like, honestly, it's like I'm not gonna go to an event and then I see like a whole freaking row of like 300 people ahead of me and their eyeballs are literally touching the screen thing because it's like so tight on their head or something. And then I get on it and the next day I got pink eye.
Yeah, what if that thing heats up because you got a cord running to it?
There's that too. Like, what if there's like a
Blow
heat
up your
thing and it
head.
explodes in your face or something like that? Seriously?
They
Like,
let
or
people test that thing out.
well, they do test this thing out. They are testing it for things like
Will they
that.
let
And
other
apparently, you could
people,
go
like
there.
regular people?
But what if? But the thing is that this is also a safety hazard as well because like these people are gonna be putting headphones on and to get fully immersed. What if like the house catches on fire and people die because they were playing this
Yeah,
and they
like in that
didn't see
live
that?
stream on PlayStation, the guy in the
Yeah.
Like
bedroom
it's
burned.
hot in here. Like they're in a fire scene and it's all hot.
Like
It's like
it's hot.
what?
It's
So
hot. Wow, this
real.
feels really
It's like
real.
oh I'm burning. Like
Oh my
dude, you
god,
are
I'm
literally
burning.
burning up. You're
Baby,
you're
turn
you're
the heat down.
Mm.
I'm like, turn the heat down, and then oh my god, or like people could be robbing them blind as long as they keep the TV and the PlayStation there, and they can
right.
steal
Oh
everything.
Like
God.
It's
freaking Diva
crazy.
creeping, you got the sneak scene keep creeping in your home. He's sneaking past you, taking your shit. He like, yeah, you keep playing that game, homie. You keep playing.
Hmm.
We gonna be
Like,
back for that one.
we'll be right.
Mm.
We'll be back. Like, be listening into trying to find out when he playing this game. Like, oh, he playing the game again. We gonna sneak again.
I just don't think that VR headset is gonna do well at all.
I mean, some people will adapt. There's people who like to get the newest shiny toy, and that's cool. Then there's
They
some who are just not ready to adapt. I'm the type of person I like to let y'all mofos that like to adapt right away. I like y'all to do the beta testing of that stuff. So when heads blow up, eyes get pink eye, motherfuckers' homes are getting snuck in. You got people burning up. Y'all can do all the beta testing for that crap. So that way they can get all the safety precautions and all the other stuff in there and stuff for us, and then I'll go ahead and adapt the VR visor for and whatnot, because right now all that stuff reminds me of is freaking Sword Art Online. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be laying in my bed with a fucking visor on my head and then some random mofo come floating up into my house without me knowing. I mean, who knows what he might do? Might grab some stuff, might want to rape me while I'm not paying attention, might want to burn my house down. No, I'm not doing that. So y'all
See,
can beta test that.
see, with me, honestly, it's never
I'm
appealed
good.
to me. I never saw the interest
Because
personally.
I don't want to be that immersed in my game to the point where where the outside world doesn't exist.
I'm good with just a controller and a console, okay, things.
I'm
Yeah,
okay
because my
with
whole
it.
thing was okay. You have this headset on, but you still need a controller. My whole thought was virtual reality. You don't need anything. You just in the game, but you still need a controller to actually play, to move, to shoot. You know,
But basically, it's like having a gigantic TV. Well, literally, it's like it's simulating a gigantic TV in your face type
right?
thing.
You
So
might as
instead
well
of
just
viewing
use
it
it.
on the TV, you just have a headset, and you could just like literally just put it to your face, and you see this big screen. Because this is not a this like Sony's been doing it where they make it seem like you're in a movie theater through the headset, and you can watch the TV. Like you can watch the
Hmm.
movie that's on there, but it feels like you're in a movie theater, like you're watching it on a big screen in a movie theater. I've never personally tried it myself, but that's what people say. And the thing is, like, you can't market it. Like, the only way you can market it is like, oh my god, it's the most amazing experience I've ever had in my life. It felt so real. It was like really in my face, yada yada yada. You know, and then you hear all this stuff. I'm like, but that could be over exaggerated. You could hire people, and some people may think that it's like you're not gonna ever. Are you really gonna show somebody saying it was all right? I guess I could see the
Mm,
pixels. Are you really gonna really post that up on your advertisement scheme? No. So people are gonna be
I hope
skeptical.
not.
So what are you gonna do? Seriously, what are you gonna do? So
See,
how do you
like
market that?
look. Here's the thing with me. I'm like this. Is I will adapt when I'm forced to adapt. Other than that, I'm good.
True. That's good.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that think exactly like that. Unless they're forced to adapt, there's no thing like for example, if the new PS5 comes out and it comes bundled with the Morpheus, let's say that that's the best time to come with it. Every PS4 comes with the Morpheus, then people would adapt to that because that's the way to sell it. But if you're gonna sell it, you know, somewhere in the middle of the hardware sector, there people are gonna be like, why do I need that? Why do I want that? Like seriously, why do I need this? I don't need this. I only need it for like these 5 games. That's it. Why would I want this? So moving on, and then there's gonna be people that are just gonna walk past. So that's why the NX could actually be successful. If Sony decides to throw in that Morpheus thing already, I already know the price is gonna be $300 to $400 for that headset alone, because they ain't gonna sell that for cheap.
Yeah, they say it by itself. You looking to pay between I think 300 to 400 bucks.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's a
god.
console itself. So people are not gonna buy it, especially if they don't know what it is or what it looks like. Like me, I'm not gonna go onto a random store where there's a whole line of people, and then one person happens to have pink eye or some sort of disease like Ebola or
Mm-hmm.
something, and it spreads all over the place.
Ebola.
I don't know. You don't know. Like
True.
some new epidemic that can be transferred through the eyes. No, thank you.
Look, it's bad enough when was it when they have like the stuff for like with people in their hands. It's just face. No,
Yeah,
but it's unsanitary now.
I don't see them selling this at all. And honestly, I just think that the NX will do well if they do everything that we are. The thing is that in the way Nintendo is kind of shooting themselves in the foot by having these blueprints out and things like that, because people are expecting really big things now. That there's a handheld console and there's a console, there's cartridge support, it has all these big pieces in it. You know, they're setting themselves up. And if it's nothing like that by the time the final product comes out, if it's nothing like we
Hmm.
imagined, then people are going to be pissed. Like, what if it's just as powerful as the PS4 and the Xbox? Why would anybody want it?
No, but I mean, but honestly though, like between me and the fence post, I'm just waiting for the fuckery. Because with everything, there is some form of fuckery, and I'm just like, when's it coming out? Because you know
You
there's
know?
gonna be some fuckery somewhere behind it. Yeah.
Yes,
So that's mainly what I'm waiting to hear.
that's true, but, I don't know.
It was like with Guitar Hero. We all thought we were getting all those songs. Guess what? What? Nope.
We didn't
You
get
only
it.
get like
Well,
you only
we
go.
did. We did, but it's just not in the way we thought we were going to get it.
Mm, like I
So,
said, I mean, I'm hopeful, but I'm waiting for the fuckery.
yeah, just there's always something. So really, it's just like I don't know. I just want Nintendo to just say something already. Just say something, cause I'm giving up on you. No, well, the song,
I'm not giving up on you. I'm just
No,
like,
I know,
hey,
I'm
I'm
not.
just
From the
wait.
song.
I'm just like this, Mister. Look, I'll be checking for y'all when y'all say something bad.
I just hope that Nintendo Direct really does happen. Like this year, they said that there's going to be a new Nintendo Direct this year. At the end of this year, I'm like, well, we have 2 months left. Why can't you just announce a date by now? Like, what's the problem? Oh, look, Nintendo is going to come out with
What
a
it?
direct on Christmas. I'm like, well, that's not a great selling point, is it? But I don't know. Like for me though, I want. I don't know. I want Nintendo to succeed. I feel like the world, and I know this makes me sound so fanboyish, and I swear I own all three consoles and I'm okay with it. It's just that a part of me likes it when Nintendo is kind of on top and stuff, because I feel like they come out with good ideas, and it makes the other companies work, you know? I mean,
Mm.
Sony is good also being on top. They were PlayStation 2 era, and they did fine, and they came out with games. It's just that this generation, and I don't know if it's just me being older, and and just me just was expecting bigger things, but like I'm not happy with these games that are coming out right now. Like I'm not happy this generation.
You know what? I thought it was just me because I'm not like since I got the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
Mhm.
It's like the games that I get for them. They're cool. I enjoy them, but it don't have that. I don't know, like
I
that
can't wait to come home from work and play this game feeling.
right.
Yeah.
When I'm on my way home from work and the only game on my mind is 2K or the baseball, then something's wrong.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's a huge problem. Like for example, Nintendo still has that factor, in my opinion, when it comes to stuff. Like there's just times where it's like, okay, I can't wait to come home, and like if they release Mario Galaxy 3 right now, and or the new Zelda game or a new Metro game, like I'm automatically on it. I'm like, I can't wait to come home and play this. Like I have to play this. I have to play this. But it's like with these PS4, I feel like I'm like begging for the game to end. These games are so long that I'm begging for it to end. I'm like, can we just please? I need to move on to the next game. I need to move on to the next game. And it's like, why? I mean, I understand that it's people complaining because people were complaining, games are too short. Now we're complaining games are too long. And then, it's like, I don't know. It bothers me, It really bothers me.
Well, see, here's another scenario that I'm still on the fence about. With the Rainbow Six, they tell us that there's no campaign, which to me is a bummer because Rainbow Vegas 1 and 2 on the 360 was awesome, and it had campaign story to both.
Hmm.
Now this new one, they say it doesn't have a campaign, but you have a season pass.
Oh, God.
Shouldn't that fucking season pass just be added to the disc since we're not getting a campaign to the game? Like, why are you making me pay
No.
for maps?
Logically, it
Which
makes sense. Mm.
it, I'm like, okay, I'm like, they giving you Vegas 1 and 2 for free. You know what I'm saying? The 360 version and backwards compatible. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. But still, why are you talking about DLC and the game is not out and it's just going to be online? Why don't you just put all the maps in there and just call it a day? Because you're not giving me a campaign to go through. The only thing I'm playing is an online.
I wish
And
they
then you're
just.
telling me a season pass day one.
Yeah, I bet this taking campaigns out of games is going to stop.
They need to
You know,
stop because
because
honestly, these games are
it's
bad.
you're making me pay $60 to play a game online. I already pay for Xbox Live for PS4 online. The only one's free is the Wii U. I don't want to pay you $60 just to play with my friends online, and that's
Hmm.
and that's all I get to do. What happens if my internet doesn't work and those are the only games I have? I can't play them. So
You
that
can't play
is
them now anyway, even if you don't have internet. None of these games you can play. You
yeah,
have to be online. You know that DRM?
Mhm.
It's still there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
So
you can't
it's
play these games offline.
it's getting ridiculous with this.
Very.
Like, so I have a question though. What do you guys like? What do you guys? What is considered a full package for a $60 game to you? Like, just not the type of game, but like, what do they have to put in? this game to make it a full package and to make it worth your make it valuable to you, worth your while to
Like
drop $60.
everything they put in the Halo Master Chief.
Yeah,
That is like a blueprint for, in my opinion.
yeah. Halo 5, like I'm trying to get it this weekend. Hopefully it will. But Halo 5 is worth it. And
Well, you know they're not going to get any kind of DLC for
yeah,
most
I don't buy the DLC for any game anyway.
Mhm.
I don't
I,
either. But
Mm.
yeah, once I'm done playing the game, I'm done. You
I
know,
think I've only ever bought like one season pass. Well, no, two. Okay, wait, no, I'm lying. Three season passes.
and see,
That
I
would be
bought.
for Watch Dogs when they first came out. Freaking
you did
Mario
not.
I
Kart.
did not buy Watch Dogs
Well,
season.
hold on. Watch Dogs, Mario Kart,
Real
and
started.
Hyrule Warriors, and like that's it. I have not touched any other like season passes or DLC type stuff since. And I mean, and I think that's pretty good considering I never really cared for any kind of DLC or any of that shit. So. And
Mm.
the Mario Kart one was worth it, so I don't feel bad about it whatsoever. The Hyrule Warriors stuff was worth it until the freaking Hyrule Warriors freaking Legends became a thing. So now I'm just like, fuck you, Nintendo. You know, I can't even get Skull Kid. I'm still mad about that shit. I want fucking Skull
Oh,
Kid.
Uh-oh.
all right.
Oh, there she go.
Go
I don't care. I'm
to,
mad.
Diva
I'm so
moment.
fucking mad.
please
Uh-oh.
give her that, Nintendo.
Like,
Please.
that better be
Pretty
a
much.
thing.
Right.
When this Hyrule Warriors Legends comes out next year, and they tell me that I gotta buy that funky ass little piece of shit 3DS game just to get fucking Skull Kid, I am going to flip shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm
Oh my
flipping
god, the
shit.
Diva is having a fit right now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fucking flip shit. I'm still mad about that. And yes,
Oh my
over
god.
a fucking Skull Kid. You damn right I'm fucking flipping shit.
Mm.
Whew.
Like you
I'm
don't
just gonna walk
understand.
away
I have
very
been
slowly.
wanting for I've been wanting for like years, for so long, ever since fucking Skull Kid was a thing in the Legend of Zelda. I wanted so badly to have him in a game where I could fucking control his ass and see how he is as like his powers and just have him in my possession. He's right there, right fucking there. But no, I gotta buy a $40 fucking game to get him. I'll be damned if I give you $40 of my hard-earned money, Nintendo, just to play as him because you want me to buy your funky little 3DS game. You can kiss the crack of my behind.
And that was an epic Diva Rant by
I'm
Kuuppon.
sorry, I had to let that out. I'm still mad about it.
Hey, it's therapeutic. Let it out.
Let it out.
Mhm.
Let
Oh
it
my
out.
god. Nintendo.
I just don't know why they do season passes anyway. Just give me the stuff.
Yeah, just literally.
What is
put
the
all that
point of
crap
it?
in.
What was the point
like
of
you're
season
buying a
pass?
Well, you do know a season
money.
pass is like an all-encompass like pass into a fucking into a freaking amusement park. When did that become a thing for video games? Like, I'm confused. Are we playing video games or are we in an amusement park?
I mean, I've
Are we
seen.
playing video games or are we at a fucking Hollywood fucking festival? Because
Exactly.
video games today have taken a drastic turn. It used to be about the actual gameplay. It used to be about how much you could get out of the game, the story, the characters, the environment. Now it's about how many fucking guns you can get, how many fucking levels you can get. Can you unlock this motherfucker by buying $20 season pass to get this fucking colored shirt or t-shirt or change your character's balls to a different shape or something?
Wow. Oh my god.
Like, I'm sorry, but what happened to gaming, people?
That's a
Well,
powerful
that's
What
an
happened?
achievement.
I'm serious. Look around. What happened? We used to unlock this shit
Yes.
in our games. Like, all this stuff that they're making us spin to get, it was in the fucking game, and you had to work super fucking hard to get most of that shit. I mean, flipping fucking hard to the point where
And
you
with
would throw
that
your
said,
fucking game out the window.
and with that said, that is why these games are just not fun anymore.
Mhm.
Because you don't unlock shit. Only
Yeah.
thing I have fun with is like my Lego games. You actually have to play to unlock characters.
Ugh.
So that's the fun part in it. But these
And I
other
think that's
games,
another
it's
thing
just
that most gamers today are like they didn't grow up with that. So I think a lot of the new age gamers out there don't understand the concept of working hard and
Yeah.
persevering
Hmm.
because you would die and fuck a checkpoint.
you.
Fuck saving your damn progress.
Yeah.
No, but
Bitch,
what
you
was
starting from the fucking beginning of the fucking chapter of that fucking level. And you gotta do all three of those damn chapters
yeah.
Yeah.
over again.
No, but
Hmm.
what was it though? Women, what was it? I think it was either Game Freak or something like that. When Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out, they said the reason why they didn't put the Battle Frontier in there is because kids today just don't want to work for it. And I'm just like,
And
wow,
that's the thing. I
Yeah.
that's
think it would be
sad.
interesting if developers just put a halt to all this, getting your shit free. Like, okay, don't get me wrong, DLC for people who want to shell out astronomical amounts of money just to get their things unlocked, that's for you. Y'all dumb fucks can have it. But for everybody else who is willing, true gamers who are really willing to freaking, put the time and effort into that. And I'm not saying that if you have family members and you have things that are more important, like real life stuff, that you're an idiot. I'm talking about the idiots that just they don't care. They're gonna buy this shit because they can't give two shits about actually going in a game, spending that extra time to unlock shit and do stuff. Sometimes I don't even fucking want to do it, but I am not gonna sit up here and spend all this money to unlock stuff like that. I mean, if it's in the game, I'm happy that it's in the game. Guess what? I just probably won't be getting to that shit because my
Yeah.
dumb ass couldn't fucking finish it. Like I rage quit.
To be
I'll
honest,
admit
though,
that firsthand. But at least I know it's there. At least I know what I spent my money on is on that fucking disc, is in that fucking game, and that if I should go back to it whenever I fucking want, it'll still fucking be there. I don't have to worry that I spent $60 and that this game is incomplete and that no matter how many times I go through
mm,
this game, there will still be stories, there will still be characters, there will still be items, there will still be something that I can't get because I did not drop money to get it. And fuck a Game of the
I,
Year edition because
yeah,
what's to say that they continue that fucking trend? I shit you not.
they
One,
won't.
I just
Yeah.
what's to say that they'll continue that trend? They might stop doing that because they know people are waiting for Game of the Year edition of their DLC, freaking raped games. That they'll probably be like, well, let's just not make a Game of the Year edition, or we'll make a Game of the Year edition, but we won't tell them that the all the DLC that they expect on it is not going to be on there. They still have to pay for it. Like, they gotta make their money, and I understand, these companies, they're about money. It's not about us. They don't give two shits about their gamers. They don't give two shits about their consumers. It's about their shareholders, and it's about making money.
Well, they need to because we're the ones giving them the damn money, our
Pretty
hard-earned money.
much.
They don't care.
Money don't
As
belong to
long
you.
as we're dumb enough, as long as all of us collectively, to a certain extent, are dumb enough to fall for half of these schemes that they're throwing out there, thank God the augment your fucking bullshit DLC, whatever the fuck, did not go through. Had that been a thing, trust and believe, we would be augmenting a lot of DLC from here on out because of
Yeah, I
that
mean,
fucking
but
bullshit.
and it's just like a game's already like what, like $60. Why should I spend almost dang near
Exactly. It's like you're
Well,
$20 more
because
starting the
dollars
game
just to
over.
get
Well,
the full freaking
that's their
experience?
secret plan. Did you not know that their secret plan was they wanted to change the price of video games, but people, but there's an outcry that games are too expensive as it is.
They
No,
are.
we don't want that. So guess what they did? They took bits and pieces of the game out and they sold them to you for extra. And guess what? You're still paying the amount they wanted you to pay in the beginning.
Hmm.
They just ain't telling you, and that's the
Well,
loveliness
I
of
don't
it
because
all.
I don't pay.
You're
I
still
don't do pay
spending
DLC.
$100 on video games, despite the fact that they kept it at 60. They're just taking bits and pieces, selling it to you, and guess what? You just spent $100 on that one fucking game, and they didn't even have to tell you that they were gonna up the price on their video games. They just sold you some extra shit in the game.
And they also gave you like little stuff for your special edition or collector's edition and all
Yep.
that stuff. You're shelling out Titanfall for just an online only game. That collector's edition was $250. People
Ew.
actually
Mm.
bought it.
Hmm?
People actually bought it.
I
It only
paid
came. It came
$10
with like
for that game.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
there.
me, I'm
Brand new.
sorry. I'm of the mind that you should have both a single player and a multiplayer, mode in your game. If it's a game
Yeah.
that if it's a game that can be played online, it should have both. Let the people who want, some people just want to play the single player and don't want to be online. Cool, more power to them. I'm not knocking them, but there's some people who just want online. Cool. Don't alienate the people who don't want to play online. And then there's people who enjoy playing the single player mode, getting immersed in the story, getting to know the characters, controls, and all that good stuff. And once they're done with the actual gameplay, they go and play with their friends online. Best of both worlds, best of three worlds. You've got three different types of freaking gamers there, and you're telling me you're going to take one mode out, so fuck those gamers? What?
Well, what if they do this? They literally split the multiplayer and they split the single player and drop the price to half, so 30 for the single, 30 for the multi, and then that way you're not paying a full $60
Well,
on the
that's the
game.
thing. They're not going to make two separate types of discs.
Well,
One,
no, no. Well,
like for
the disc comes bundled, so you're paying $60 for the disc. But if you want to go the digital route, you can buy just the single player or just the multiplayer.
that would be interesting if they
I
could
mean, it's a
do.
way to
But
combat
that's
against
the
it.
thing, though. When they don't have when they don't have the single player campaign, is because it's either the developers are lazy, they don't really want to make a story for it, or they're just generally they just gonna do the online because they know they can throw microtransactions in there. So they're
Yes.
just like, fuck it, we'll just not do a campaign mode because that's a waste of money and time and energy because people aren't gonna want to play it anyway. But they don't know that. So my thing is, don't like I said, don't alienate your the consumer base, the fan base that might want the single player mode. Put all that in there. If you're too lazy to make a single player mode simply because you just don't want to or whatever your freaking excuse is, then get the fuck out of the kitchen. You shouldn't be cooking.
Mm.
I'm just sorry, you just shouldn't be cooking. Well, we don't want to make a single player mode. We'll just do it online. We'll throw some microtransactions in there. We're good. What? No.
Well, that's just like what I hear Uncharted supposed to have microtransaction in it. Uncharted 4.
Every game has microtransactions now.
Didn't they
That's
take
true.
Sorry.
Battlefront
Pretty
supposed to have
much.
microtransactions?
Microtransactions in every game now. It's in every game now.
That ain't
And
no
that's the
mobile
funny
game.
thing.
That's
That is supposed to
not
be a mobile thing.
exactly. That's a
Yeah,
mobile.
but it's making mobile people a lot of money, so now they're doing it to the casual gamers. I mean, to the mainstream
I don't
gamers.
like that.
So
Because yeah,
a lot of us that are not a part of this generation, that are from older generations, we're not going to buy into it. But there's going to be some people that are just going to buy. Like me, I think the only expansion pack that I bought, and it was just a gift. I didn't even buy it. It was The Witcher 3. Ask me,
Hmm.
did I play it?
Did you
No,
play it?
I did not play it. It's there on my
Mm,
hard drive.
Mm.
It's
yeah.
sitting there, and
See,
because I am so sick of The Witcher, no offense to people who think it's the game of the year, but
well,
I'm
you've been
so
playing
sick
the
of
hell
it.
out of that
I've been
anyway.
playing it for
It's
3 months
fun.
straight.
So
Three months
yeah,
straight.
you're allowed to be sick of it at this
I'm
point.
so sick of it. I'm like, by the time I get to an expansion pass, which I thought that at the time it was worth it, because The Witcher is a long game and, there's all this content and things like that. And to some people, that's cool. But to me, I'm like, that's too much, man. I had to stop trophy hunting, to be honest. I literally just I'm like cutting cold turkey. I haven't really been trying to platinum any games. There's been so many games and all of them are so long
So
that
how's that been working for you, Will? Because I know how
it,
you are
it's
about
hard,
platinum
to be
games.
honest. It's really hard. It's like
Mhm.
literally, it's like every day it's like I want to try to platinum a game, but then I sit there and say, but then I won't ever get to play this game, or I won't get to play this game, and all these games sit on the shelf. The thing is that the problem is that these games are taking too long to platinum. Like when PS3 came out, the longest it would take me to platinum a game would be like maybe 3 weeks, depending on the game. It would take me 3 weeks, unless if it was Skyrim or something like that. But the thing is that the average game would take 3 weeks to do it, and I would have fun. It was fun because you got to see everything that the game had to offer. You absolutely had to do anything, no, nothing else, unless if you want a DLC. I'm not a DLC person, so I'm not going for that.
Mm.
But I just wanted the platinum trophy for the game, and I enjoyed myself. I got to enjoy the story. I got to enjoy multiple playthroughs of the game. I got to try things like that, and I was able to do that in a span of 2 to 3 weeks. But now it's like it takes me 2 to 3 months to platinum a game. And then there's
Oh
all
yeah.
these glitches in this game. Glitch, 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 where my game is crashing or certain missions are not activating because of something, and then I have to wait for an update. Like, it just, like, Witcher literally just
I was ready to
destroyed
say
it
like
for
The
me.
Witcher.
Witcher was the last
That
game I think I felt.
Witcher, ooh,
Witcher
y'all.
literally was the reason why I'm like, you know what?
Look,
It's not even Batman.
three
Actually,
months of
Batman was.
it was nothing but just 3 months of issues.
It was
It
issues.
was
Yeah.
Like, here I
bad.
am collecting all 200 some Gwent cards, 196 Gwent cards that
Yes.
take a long time, and it took me 2 playthroughs and all these things like that to get all this stuff, and then to find out that by the time I got
Mhm.
200 things, I had to wait a month for the update to come out just so I can get my platinum trophy for The
Mhm.
Witcher. I was so infuriated I couldn't even take it. I was so mad. Oh my god.
Mhm.
I can't. I
I literally
can't.
thought you were gonna pop a blood vessel.
I pretty much was at this point. I was gonna freaking just like I was angry because here you are. It's like no game should be. Look, games are cool if they're long. Hell, if you are a person that cannot afford games like that, get The Witcher 3. It will last you forever. But the thing is that, or get a multiplayer game. I understand people want these games to be long, but to be realistic, no, you don't. You don't want these games to last that long. Because the thing is that there's school that's in the mix, and there's work that there's people that work, people that go to school, and things like that. These games are not even being completed now. And then
Mm-mm.
on top of that, people are doing a half-assed job. There's firmware after firmware update. So that's wasting more of your time because you have to wait for the update to happen. There's just so much, and it's just annoying. And there's just too many. Like, honestly, I know that we were complaining and drowning. Like, we're complaining about a gamer's drought, right? Like, we were just like, oh God, we're thirsty for games. We need games. We need games. And now we have too much. And the thing is that it's not that we have too much. It's because they're too long. Why didn't you just release games like this in the launch time so that way that the drought wouldn't have been that bad? If you made The Witcher, and I know that this wasn't possible at the time, but let's say that Witcher was a launch title, I would have been okay with that because there was no games that I had to worry about. But now you're releasing The Witcher, Batman, Fallout 4. Oh my God! Next month, Xenoblade Chronicles. All these long games, Tales of Zestiria. These games are really, really long. How the hell am I supposed to play all this? But that's just me, and
Um,
I don't know.
wait, hold up. You're complaining about long games?
Yes.
What?
Look, let me
No,
explain.
I'm
Let
not
me.
making fun of you or anything. I'm just saying that because there's a lot of people.
There's a
And
lot
I
of people that are
understand.
gonna disagree with me. I
No, I
understand
know.
that.
No. I know. I see where you're coming from, and I honestly, I understand. Me personally, I would prefer some games to be, kind of in the middle of all the, from the long ones that we have
Mhm.
to from the short ones that we have. I prefer a medium-sized game, something I can play for a while, but I'll still have time. I'll be able to finish it in a decent amount of time for newer games to come out. But what I think the problem is not so much the games being long, but the fact that there's just so many different games coming out now that because we did have quite a drought for all three of these consoles at a time. And I think what's going
Mhm.
on is with the Xbox and the PlayStation at the current, they're starting to get their drive. They're starting to get all their games that they were supposed to have at launch, fucking assholes. So so now it's like, and plus you got these games that are fairly long, so it's like, fuck, what game do I get? Do I get this long ass game that's gonna take me upwards of 2 years of my life, or do I get this other game over here that might not take that long, or it's just multiplayer or some crap like that? So I see where you're coming from with how there's so many games that are just really, really long and open world, and there's so much to do. And with you being like the type of person that likes to platinum your games, that's a fucking nightmare. So I can't even imagine. I don't like to platinum a damn thing. So I play a game, and God forbid, I mean, well, not God forbid, but hopefully I can pass the game because I have a type of thing where I guess you could call it ADHD, fuck that shit, whatever the hell. Because I'll play a
Mhm.
game, I'll get a new game, I'll put it in, I'll play it for a little while. There'll be another game that comes out on the horizon or something else I'm interested in, and I'll go get that game. I'll play that game, and then I suddenly have this long backlog of games that need to be
Hmm.
completed, and now I'm pissed off. And that's where my dilemma is right now. I have a lot of games. You can see it on my thing. You can go look at my gamer score, and you'll see that I have a whole bunch of games that I started, didn't finish. Why? Because I have a life. Because there are other games that were more interesting that I wanted to try out. Because maybe I just didn't feel like playing the game. You know, whatever the fucking case may be. But I'm notorious for getting games and like not finishing them all the way through, playing them halfway, maybe not even all the way. And so now I've like kind of went back to kind of go to my backlog and play those games to keep from buying the new ones right now because
Hmm.
money's a little tight.
Yeah.
So I gotta hold off on certain games. I can't get certain games because I gotta hold off and make sure that bank account has the money for Pit Boy edition because fuck if I don't get that shit. I
No,
gotta
but
get
Oh
my
gosh,
Pit
the
Boy.
Skull Kid Part 2.
I no,
Oh
I
fuck
get
that.
no, I get what you mean. The thing is that
But
for me is that I get
yeah,
sick
but
of looking
in
at
your
a game for so long.
situation, big issue, and I do understand because you do like to
Mm.
finish, and get all your trophies and stuff. So I understand where you're coming from with how these games are too long and quite big. I like the fact that they're big. I do like having a lot more to do in the games, and I like the fact that you can explore them a little bit more openly now, and you're not so linear. But at the same time, sometimes you do want that game that's
Hmm.
just a bunch of fun and it's a quick, swift, romp in the sheets type of deal or whatever. But and you don't have to think too hard about combinations or finding this or button mashing and all that. You just button mash to your heart's content, play the game, dev out some whatevers, and then go about your business and go to the next game with little to no fuss. So yeah, we need those like minor games in the middle of all these big open world like long ass story driven fucking games. Like we need that one little those small little games in the middle that can give us kind of a breather in between. So we're not like, pulling our hair out trying to get everything. I mean, because as a gamer, you want everything. You want everything.
No,
Even if you
I
don't like the
know.
game, you just want it.
It's just the thing is
But
that that's not even it. It's just the thing is that the problem is that these games are too long, but in the wrong reasons. Like for example, like if I play Final Fantasy or if I play like a Zelda game or something like that, I want that to last as long as it possibly can because that
uh-huh.
game is addicting, you know. So you want it to last
Yeah.
as long as you can. But these games are not addicting like that. Like these games,
Mm.
in my
Okay,
opinion,
I
and
see
this is
what
just
you're
my
saying now.
opinion, it's just like
You
okay, like
want
for
games
example,
that don't have really much
yeah,
appeal to you or
yeah,
draws you in. Like
yeah,
you want longer games that draw you in, but if it's not gonna draw you in or keep your attention, then it's kind of
then
like okay, now you're
now
dragging.
you're
You're
dragging it
trying
on.
your hardest to get through the game because
Hmm.
Hmm.
with your case, you like to platinum things, so
Yeah.
it's not interesting to you, but you want to finish the game irregardless. So it's really taking its toll on you because you're like, God, this shit is boring, but I want to finish. Okay,
No, because I have that
I see what
OCD
you're saying
problem.
now.
I
Okay,
have
that
that
makes more
OCD
sense.
problem where I feel like I need to finish
Do
the
not
game
apologize
because
for it. It
I
is
can't
what it
No,
is.
because I
that's a
can't
good
It's
thing.
just I
because I
just
can't get
wasn't
out.
understanding at first, but I see what you're
Hmm.
saying. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
a lot of fucking sense. Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't see the point in you, and I understand where you're coming from with like you like to get all the games and stuff. It's like, have you ever thought of just not getting those games, or
No,
you
now
or maybe you
I'm doing it. Like right now, I'm
or
slowing down on the games that I get. Right now, I'm literally not even focusing on platinuming it. My point is just to
yeah.
finish all the games and whatever games that I really enjoyed out of the games that I played the first time through, go back and platinum
Hmm.
those.
Or
That's
is
just
it
that's my
possible
point.
that like when you get the game, you're excited for it, and then when you play it, you're still excited to an extent, and then as you play, you're like, not so excited anymore. Is it something kind of like that where it's just
Yes.
like the excitement dies down, and now you're just like
Yeah,
grinding just to grind, and you're like, what the fuck happened?
like I look at everything. I try not to look at the game before it comes out, so that way that my excitement is at its fullest before a game comes out. Then
Mhm.
when the game comes out and I put it, I want to play it. But then I'm like, here I am in the middle of The Witcher, and if I'm playing this game, then that makes The Witcher even longer and longer. And then after that, I'm just gonna say like, forget it. Like here I have I barely touched Metal Gear Solid 5 yet, and I had that. Then now it's like I put myself in. But then I was playing Batman Arkham Knight because I was just trying to catch up with what I missed because The Witcher took so much time. Because around the time that The Witcher 3 came out, Splatoon came out. So here I am playing Splatoon and The Witcher and juggling with those. Then Batman comes out, and then I want to play that, and that's it. So, yeah, but
Okay, I understand now. But yeah, to each his own.
that's
It
it.
is what
These
it
are
is.
all.
Just,
So some
yeah.
people like their long games, and some people are really enjoying the games of today. And I'm not saying that your games
Yeah.
suck. It's just to me they
Mm.
suck. That's it.
Yeah, and that's your
That's all.
opinion,
No,
and
it's
you're
fine.
definitely more than welcome to it.
So, like I
Mhm.
said, at least you complete games. Like honestly,
Fuck
it's hard to
yeah,
keep my,
because
it's
I
hard to
would
keep my
love to have your
focus.
drive.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Can I borrow that drive so I can get through some of this backlog? Because golly.
I know, right?
Diva needs to go ahead and finish some of these games. I finally finished Tomb Raider, so I'm ready for the next one at least.
Good.
And I actually finished everything. I only missed two of the special shit to platinum it, but I 100%ed it, so I'm happy.
Oh yeah, there is 2 missable trophies in that game. So yeah.
Yeah, I missed those on purpose because I was not about to sit through listening to them talk because it was the Chatterbox one and some
Yeah,
other
the
shit.
Chatterbox.
Mm-mm.
I was like, no, I'm not gonna sit here listening to dialogue all night. I'm good.
Mm.
I just won't be getting that one. So.
Yeah.
Plus, I think I was already past the point of no return when I read up on it. I was like, what is this secret one? And so I read up on it, and I was like, what? No, I don't care about dialogue. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good. So
Yeah.
hey,
I mean, I think we said everything we had to say.
Yeah.
Came a long podcast.
that's pretty long, but hey, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it.
Topics and more topics is going to be the highlight of this video,
Topics, more topics, Diva Rant, and more topics.
right? We can't fit all that in there, Kuuppon. We can't.
All
fit
you have to do is just put the diva
Topics,
loses.
topics,
Just put like the
topics.
diva loses her, but like block the ship part and just like put like some like hashtags and stuff in it, and then just literally literally
Coupon
just say
style.
like coupon
No,
on fire.
don't make it about me. It's fine.
I'm kidding.
You don't have to, I am not that jaded. You do not have to make it about me. It's fine. Topics, and more
You could
topics
just
is
put-
perfect.
Topics, and more topics. Yeah.
Anyone else have anything they'd like to discuss?
Dirty, you have a closing statement ready?
Yeah, I'm just sick of this whole just DLC mess, and I made a video maybe like it's over a year, maybe close to 2 years on my channel when I said with the 360 and PS3 how we're getting DLC, and I said just wait till next generation, we're really going to be bombarded with it, and we are, and I don't like it when developers, just take us for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Street Fighter. And when I used to play online on the 360, my friends were like, "Oh man, that's a cool costume." I'm like, "What you have to do to get it?" They're like, "Oh, I just paid the DLC." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of for a fucking costume? Why you serious, man?" Like, yeah, like so you pay like $6 or something, you get like 3 costumes for Ryu and 3 costumes for Cammy. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not
Oh,
paying for the costumes. I'm
I
sorry.
got a gamer friend. What was it? Battlefield 4. He bought all the little download content just to play them little extra war maps.
I
And
can't do it. Even like with Batman. Batman was $40 for the season pass, and the people I know that got it, they say it wasn't even worth $40 because it's nothing but a bunch of skins, and then the Batgirl missions that you do is like less than an hour.
Oh,
I'm like, are you serious? Well, like, yeah. I'm thinking maybe Batgirl was gonna be like maybe 2 hours tops or something. No, it's less than an hour, and it's over. So you basically pay $40 to play a 35-minute Batgirl, which is Batman. They just put the skin over him to make it look like her, and a bunch of other costumes that we've seen in the comic book or the cartoon, and that's it for $40, and you just paid $60 on the game. Like that's just, and then the whole thing with Capcom with the Street Fighter X Tekken. Nobody in the gaming community said shit over that. The DLC was locked on the disc. Nobody said nothing. I'm ready to hear people start griping, be like, "Oh, how can y'all do this? Nobody said let's boycott the game, but we're talking about let's boycott Splatoon because it has no voice chat. But you don't want to boycott a game, and you know. And Capcom said, yeah, the characters are locked on the disc, the DLC. Like, wow, really? So all these other games, how do we know that the season pass is not on the disc, and we're just we're paying them to unlock it for us, when we could just be grinding to do it ourselves. Basically, that's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's just sooner or later these gaming developers are gonna wake up. Don't know when, but sooner or later.
No, because third part the third party industry has the hold on gaming. Like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, they don't have control of the gaming market anymore. It's these developers. They got control of it. Microsoft and Sony just make a console and say, hey, do what you want to do with it. Put whatever you want to put on it. It doesn't matter to us as long as they buying our console and putting it in their home. We don't care what you put on that. Basically.
What the hell are you listening to?
Well, me, I listen to these things.
Yeah, that sounds like some personal stuff. You need to.
See,
It is Chewbacca. I'm like, what the
yeah.
hell?
That does sound like no Chewbacca.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, girl, that don't.
Yeah.
He sound like he
Got a
crying.
little,
Take DLC back.
Damn.
you got little,
Mm-mm.
yeah. They came in at work today, so
You had to get them, huh?
yes, it did. Cause hey, that discount, man.
There you go. Get it while you can.
Shoot, yeah. Had to get the
And they
discount.
got one of them. Shoot. The commercial is on TV now. The Zelda.
Huh? Oh, Triforce now?
Yep. It's on now.
I don't know. I used to. I don't know. I don't even come home and just want to get straight on a game yet.
I've actually been feeling that way.
Yeah.
I used to feel that way, but now I've actually been wanting to come home and start playing my games and stuff. And I think I'm gonna start a segment backlog
Now it just
or something where I play some of my backlog games. I think I might do that, so I can fucking finish them. It'll be a reason to finish them.
Yeah, I've got a lot of games that I haven't even started.
And then weekends, because I can't do Dance Central. I can't do the dancing games for a little while. I gotta set up my stuff, so I can't do the dancing game.
they're just so tripped out that you can't put like a dancing game on YouTube because of
Nope.
the
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets copyrighted all the time. So it's like it's pointless to do
But
it.
I have a YouTube gaming channel, a whole app. And have people put gaming
Well,
videos up if you're gonna flag them for everything they put up.
well,
Well,
they
I'm
flagged me
I'm gonna
for.
test something though. I'm gonna test something with the Guitar Hero video on my
It's
channel.
gonna flag it
They
too.
flagged me for my Lego games all of a sudden now.
But you have to do it in a certain
content.
way. You have to do it in a certain way. The way that you have to do it is that, according to YouTube copyright laws, the only ways that I was actually looking this up this morning to see if I could even post up the video I was going to post up. The way you could do it is that if you're going to be parodying the video, or if you're going to be giving your opinion about it. So what you're going to do is that you can show the video, but you have to make the video smaller, and you have to be the central focus, and that you have to say. So, like,
But
for
that's
example,
no point in the game.
So I'm not to be
Yeah.
showing my
It's
big
not-
butt jumping up and
You
down
would
like
have-
like a maniac
yes,
Yeah.
that's
and
exactly it.
commentate.
And you have to commentate. Yes.
That's not gameplay though.
But
Exactly. That's a vlog.
That is a review
But
or
that's what they let pass. Like for example, you can put a video of yourself in the corner, but then you have to be talking louder than the game.
well, if that's the case, okay, I streamed on Twitch the Lego game, and I exported to YouTube. It went straight through. But when I want to edit it and add my intro and all that and do it, it stops at the processing. And that's it.
That's probably your editing software. It could be that you don't have enough RAM to handle all of that. You may need to upgrade your
Well, with
computer or
that being
something.
said, it just looks like I won't ever be able to play any more Just Dance or anything.
And then on top of that, I've done them Lego games, and they've been on there for months.
Well, Lego's
And-
notorious for flagging
Yeah.
a good portion of their shit, so that's nothing new.
And then all of a sudden, they want to be like, oh, copyright.
Why do you guys think reaction videos are like literally the #1 thing on YouTube? It's because they don't get they could show copyrighted stuff without getting a copyright strike.
Yeah, because I was gonna do that stuff too. I might start doing reaction videos.
But when do the gameplays come about then? If I want to do a gameplay of a Lego game,
Well, you
I mean,
have
the
to
game
be,
could
well,
be in
here's-
there. The game could be in there. You just got to make that smaller, and
No,
and
this
your
is what
reaction
you
has to
do,
be.
Will. This is what you do. I have it down pat. First of all, you get rid of your name and you call yourself PewDiePie, and you can get away with anything.
That's true. Yeah, that too. That's
And
it.
I ain't even, and I'm not mad at him, so it's not jealousy. I'm just being straight up. The home dude, he can
I'm
get
gonna
away with
straight up
anything.
say that for me it's jealousy. I want that $7.2 million.
I do too.
It's 12 million now.
Oh,
Yeah, I think his net worth is 12 million at this point.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's worth more
I'm
than
jealous, but at the same time, hey, he did it. He did it when the getting was good. I was on a ship somewhere. I wish my ass was at home doing that mess instead of being in the Navy. But you know, I was fighting for my country and all. So you know, f y'all.
I was fighting for y'all, but F y'all. Fuck y'all.
He's like, none of y'all want to pay me no damn $7 million, so F y'all. Here I am, risking my life. F y'all.
Yeah, they kind of, you get out of the military and they give you like some old little chump piece of change check. Talk about thanks for your service, bitch. I ought to slap you with this check, you freaking monkey.
Just show your feelings there. It just
But you know, I took my measly little check and went on and did my thing. Whatever. It is what it is. I think we're done. We should end this. I gotta get ready to go. I gotta
and
go.
what was I supposed to do? Oh yeah. I met Doom today. Yeah, so he was gonna try to make it, but shout out to Dr. Doom. Really?
wait,
What?
whenever we
You
mention
you gotta
Doom,
do that.
you have to. That's Doom's
Yeah.
trademark. We have to.
Hit me.
Yeah.
It's just Dr. Doom.
Oh my God! I thought Dr. Doom was here for a second.
Go ahead, Dirty.
It's like, Dr. Doom, go to my son, or I'll kill you.
You was here in spirit. There you go.
You were here, Dr. Doom.
Shout out to Miss K. I know you watching.
Yep.
Yeah, Miss K.
Thank you, Miss K.
Yeah, I know you're
Hey,
out
girl.
there.
Kind of consistent.
Yeah, and
3 4
Chrissy.
people watching.
Wow, it was consistent.
Yeah, consistent.
Oh.
At least 4 consistent. It got
Wow.
up to 5, and then it went down to 3. Now we're back up to 3. So yeah, it's been consistent.
All right, go ahead, people.
Alright.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
All right.
Y'all
So
need to support my girl Lynn, y'all. Those of y'all listening, y'all need to support her. You need to come out and you need to come watch the Between Gamers podcast and support her.
thank you for fun.
Yeah, you do.
Besides,
Yeah.
this is an encore. This is what we do. We like to have fun and talk and chit chat and just yuck it up. Like, come support. Yes.
And if you don't, I will sing a song.
But Will, you can sing, so that don't do nothing.
I will
I
sing
know,
badly
right?
on purpose.
I'll sing a song.
Lord.
She worked hard for a Amiibo, so nice.
What?
I said Kuuppon
Got
works
it.
hard for the money, but Amiibo stole her life. So hard for
Really
the
got it.
money.
I work hard for
For
the
the
money,
money,
but
but
Amiibo
Amiibo
took
stole
my
her
life.
life. Yeah. You can buy that single on iTunes. Coupon Stripes.
Oh my god.
Lord.
Amiibo Queen.
That's the new Diva album. His LP is coming out soon. In
There
stores
we
near
go.
you.
Yes.
Gotta get that
Don't you
LP.
mean EP?
No.
No, they're LP.
LPs.
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, so we are going to go ahead and end the podcast here because people have lives and
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
things to do, and I greatly appreciate you guys being here throughout the podcast, and I appreciate you guys for being here on the panel and donating your time.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I know a
Yeah.
Yes.
lot of times people don't get
Yeah. Gaga, yeah.
did not.
Play yellow.
Hunty.
Hanto.
All right, so we will go ahead and end the podcast here. We will have everybody do their outros. Thank you, each and every one of you who have stuck through us throughout all 30, this is two?
I thought this was
It's
yeah,
eight.
32.
It's
It's 32.
8:58.
Through all 32 podcasts. This is awesome. Um, to all of you who will watch this podcast in the future, be sure to check everyone out here on the panel. Subscribe to their channels. While you're here, subscribe to this channel. Be sure to like and share the videos. If anything, share the videos. That means a lot. Even if that's all you do, that still helps out each and every one of the panel's channels as well. So, on that note, we're going to go ahead and end the podcast, and we're going to start the opposite way. So
Hi.
Hi, this is Will from the Will of Gaming. Oh.
That's a remix.
Sorry. Hi, this is Will from the Will of Gaming. Thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. It means a lot every week that you guys check in and all that stuff and whatever. Be sure to follow everybody in the panel, everybody who shows up. Keep the gaming community positive and let's fight the good fight together.
awesome. And next we have Meek Meek from Meek Meek Gaming with her really weird toys that make sexual noises. Meek!
No DLC.
Hey y'all know this is me from Meek Meek Gaming, and make sure y'all support Lynn's between what is this podcasters? I'm lost. No, I'm trying to order something at the same time. Look.
Between gamers.
Yeah, but so make sure y'all support, please, and support everybody on this panel.
Awesome! Next we have Gaming Zava. Coupon Strives.
What's up? I honestly don't have anything to plug. I'm gonna be busy this weekend, so you might see me online, you might not. It's what it is. Come check me out when you can. Support my homegirl Lynn. She's doing this, trying to bring some positivity to the community, and I don't see nobody supporting, so help her out. Let's get it out there. Let's share, let's subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. And obviously, subscribe to everybody on the panel here. There are some awesome people, down to earth and real chill. And come on over to my channel whenever you get a chance, because I am going to be doing some silliness. I'm probably going to start vlogging, because why not?
Uh-oh.
Watch out now.
Go ahead.
That ought to be entertaining as frick. So, I'm done.
Oh, and while we're at it, be sure to check out Kuuppon Set It Off Cast on her channel. That is an awesome podcast of female gamers. Um, you're getting a perspective from females, and Coupon will have some guests here and there on her podcast as well, but more is predominantly female. The cast is, and with maybe a male guest here and there, or female guest, whatever. But yeah, be sure to check that out. Coupon has been getting a lot of positive feedback from that, and you watch it, you will see why. So be sure to check her out as well. Check out her podcast, the Set It Off Cast. It is awesome. So on that note, we're gonna go to Mr. UHC 91 birthday boy.
Hey, Liam.
Hey, Dre.
As y'all already know, it's Dre, aka USC 91 here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm Dre, and I'm Audi 5000. Sorry.
He about to play some Mario Kart.
No, that is the devil. I swear to God, that is the devil itself.
Did you get?
Don't let Jason
World, man.
I can't, because I cuss too much on that game.
I cuss too much on every game.
I want to see it. Y'all need to post this stuff. I need to see this stuff.
Well, check out my Twitch.
Yeah, check out Lynn's Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, check her Twitch out.
Last but not least, we have Dirty with the blue hair, blue hair, blue hair. What is up, Dirty? It's been a minute since you have been here. I'm so glad you are back.
Yes, it has been a minute. I've just been chilling, playing games, listening to music, making my music. So this is your boy Dirty. Catch me. I'm going to start doing live streams on my channel.
About time.
The thing about my live stream is you're just going to see press start. That's it.
I don't know what that means.
You're just going to get the main menu and say press start.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to stream.
What the hell? Nut. On that note, I guess we are going to be out. People gotta eat. People gotta get ready for work. People gotta play games. So yeah.
Got home from work. I'm ready to relax.
People gotta go sleep. Until next time, guys. You guys take care and be safe.
Bye.
Fuck your season passes, bitches.